for tuning in, y'all. Like many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive. In 2014, Bungie set out to start a new adventure. Heroes awakened on a desolate planet. A silent god set in our sky. And it wouldn't be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes would shape a story far greater than anything we could have imagined. Players would explore deep into the depths of Venus, hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning in the halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they'd bring their friends and their family into this world and together meet new faces on this adventure.
There we go. What? Why is everything fucking up right now?
God that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning in the halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they'd bring their friends and their family into this world and together meet new faces on this adventure.
Brother, why is this happening right now? What the fuck is going on with my internet? Dude.
Morning in the halls of an ancient city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly, they'd bring their friends and their family into this world and together meet new faces on this adventure.
Raids are
But what I find
this time in
2014, nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced.
Okay, cool.
There will be no open betas. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come. Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere along the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world, a vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
After all these years, we never talked about it. Why I brought you back.
This is like the last bit of what I saw.
Why you were chosen. The truth is, I didn't know then. It was just a feeling. But I know now. After all we've seen, all we've lost, this fight might be our last. So I'm asking you,
What the fuck?
one last time, to rise.
I don't want to fight those. Oh? Oh? Oh shit, that's different. I don't like it. Did you guys see that?
This is a momentous time in Destiny history. We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that, as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by ghosts at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help. And it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe from what the Witness intends to do.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Inside is the pale heart of the Traveler. That is the stage for our showdown with the Witness.
The Witness has the darkness. It has always had a connection to it. The pale heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack of purpose, no meaning. It wants to fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be. That is the final shape.
If we're going to defeat the Witness, it's going to take everyone. Failure is not an option.
We're gonna need the Vanguard, all of our allies, and all the Guardians to rally together and be brave in the face of Oblivion.
In the final shape, we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our ghost, get to reconnect with Cade 6. So, while there's this great conflict and everything going on around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
This is gonna be a very interesting map. Oh, tower!
In the final shape, we're going through the portal that the witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable, and we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
The Pale Heart is weird. It's a little strange, it makes you feel a bit uncomfortable, and it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
The Witness entered well ahead of any Guardians, and so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
This is the
It escalates in danger, in surrealness, because there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
What did you do to the tower?
they see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the monolith in the form of reshaping. Kind of like deconstructing things and putting them back together just wrong.
The sense of scale you get out there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that the Witness keeps throwing everything it has at you. And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the Subjugators.
Subjugators are the new unit you're going to be facing in the final shape. They have an enhanced power set.
Oh no.
They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
They bring something entirely new to the battlefield, which is kind of this element of control.
They're back there pinging away with stasis abilities, throwing crystals at you, freezing you in place, tangling you up.
Nothing at all. This is not shot can't do.
We're focusing you on the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign, we open up the entire destination, and so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
How big is this area?
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end with the final mission. The raids are where you defeat like the big bosses. So it's only natural that when you are going to confront the Witness, you're going to do that in the raid.
Thank you!
But that might not be enough. This is a moment where we need to rally all Guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the Witness.
Harnessing light.
In the final shape,
That's my
we
guy.
are inside the Traveler.
That's the super guy.
Very close to this energy. This allows us to have
That's the
new
super
supers,
guy.
Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse, but also can benefit your allies in a support capacity. There is this thread of team play and like working with your friends to overcome the odds.
Was that, did he just throw a bird?
The Warlock Super is this ultimate expression of solar energy coursing through your garden.
Did they just get self-res again?
Call back to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun, this is the only other first-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it searches around, and then it hits a character, bounces off, and goes to another one. And you're so overflowing with this energy that you are also giving it to your allies, allowing them to have their solo weapons supercharged, applying Scorch when they're shooting.
The new Solar Warlock aspect, when I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that when it sees an enemy, it launches part of itself out and hits the enemy and explodes and scorches them.
It just feels very alive. Twilight Arsenal. It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one,
Tell me more, Bungie.
summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it.
Tell me more,
when
Bungie.
these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground, or an enemy do their void gravity thing where they suck a bunch of energy enemies in and then explode. But that doesn't destroy the axe. The axe sticks around. And you and your allies can go and pick up the axe and start wailing on enemies with it.
This super is insane to me.
The Void Titan aspect, I press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that, and it creates this blast that deals massive damage.
Oh my god!
The Hunter Arc Super.
Arc is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The Hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife, and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates anyone nearby.
One really great thing about that is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times.
Okay.
Along with devastating attacks each time you do it.
The Hunter has an aspect. We take our staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
The more aspects we have, the more capable we are to do that.
It feels like you're like riding the lightning, you know? Like that instantaneous, like...
That was good, but I think it's more like...
I like it, I like it.
Oh god. Give me axe. I want axe throw,
Weapons team has been
please.
working on all sorts of goodness. We've got exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid fusion rifle. It has the really intriguing property of adapting your Guardian's current damage type.
What do you
This will be
mean?
the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon, and then fire out a super destructive single projectile. It's a really special weapon.
What's the one specific exotic that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that Traveler beam cutscene. I know people on Weapons went, I kind of want that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
Wait a minute.
So we've got this opportunity to bring back these iconic Destiny 1 weapons, but really turn it into something that feels unique in Destiny 2.
Dragon's Breath
We
is
have
coming
to bring
back?
Kvotov into the fold.
The Red Death exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath. Burn the world, burn it all.
What am I hearing?
In the final shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, we've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily.
Rocket pistol! Wait a minute!
This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard with AoE damage. They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher stats. We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies.
Dope! That's sick!
I'm really excited to bring it to dungeons and keep my team alive, honestly.
That's what the noobs can use when they
Weapons
can't
team is
fucking get a
always
kill.
coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild ideas, which we're pretty excited about.
Wait a fucking
Come on,
minute.
take a load off. We've got a lot to cover.
Oh,
This place is only big enough for one dashing
you
hero
can't just
type,
go
and
past that
that's
like they
me.
didn't just
So,
show a fucking rocket
I'm
pistol.
back. Hey, you two,
A literal
give me a
pocket rocket. And then a golden gun sniper and a traveler beam?
This is great.
We can't just walk past that.
Get your rock.
Off my map. Get the
Worst
fuck
case
off the map,
scenario,
lady.
You die, but who knows? Maybe you won't.
Bing, 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 bing. Oh man. Cade was so cool, but I hate hunters, so I hate Cade.
Well, better get back to it.
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cade like return to this world
All right,
at
I
this
think my
moment
mic
with
is
all
louder
this
now.
change about to culminate with
Okay,
this
cool.
confrontation.
I had my mic
with
in
the
the because I didn't know if it was
long-standing
loud or
enemy, the
not.
Witness.
Cade is the quintessential hunter. His presence
Okay,
casts such a
I
long
hope he dies
shadow
again.
over the story of Destiny.
I mean,
whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
What Cade goes through
Mm-hmm.
in this journey, how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters,
Cade's dead.
the
LMAO.
events that are uncovered to have brought him back. This is how the story had to end. There was
looks
no
familiar.
end to the Light and Darkness saga that didn't have Cade here alongside his friends to finish the job.
That tied in with Charles' armor. is
Once we
very
started
sexy.
digging into the nature of the Pale Heart, I think that crystallized Cade's role as a guide.
Damn,
Cade
look at
is
his
Virgil,
boots.
and he's our guide through this
And Gary.
other place. Cade is the one who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing to just see him slip back into the role, like, without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as it were.
Cade's the glue that's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about the weight that's been on Ikora, having to hold the Vanguard together, having Cade's voice of levity and brightness that he brings to that group. I think it's going to be great for them.
Well, at least we have each other.
We want
And
people to
Jacob.
take away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
Unfortunately, he's not, because it's just a memory. A fragment of your memory. Sorry, buddies. Oh.
Guardian, the witness poses a dire threat. And the Witch Queen holds the answers we
Errors.
seek.
What do you do with these worms, lady?
We contend with her sister, Zivu Araf. It rests with me.
Are we finally seeing
Will
Ziva?
you come back from this? Do not be afraid.
Excuse me?
Bring me your tithes.
Oh. Oh, what was that? What was this? This armor.
Have entwined it with your light. Assault the Spire, Guardian, and open the way to our tithes.
Oh, baby. I get a hive boomer. That makes mobs.
The deck of whispers, and they do.
Oh, give me on it right now. I need to play this now.
Fight in my name, Guardian.
Oh, this gear set is sick.
strengthens me.
Wait, so is she becoming Ziva?
My appetite rises for your.
Did they just make a void moth that? Big hammer. That was. Wait a minute.
Let us show her what it is to be Hive. You have found the horn of battle. You are deserving of the greatest death I can bestow.
Ares is looking
Season
fire.
of the Witch is our opportunity as players. We've been annihilating and breaking Hive spells, and now we finally get to cast them.
At the end of Season of the Deep, we
What?
learn that Savathun has the key to getting into the portal that we
What?
need to go into. That means
This
we have
is
to go
sick.
find Amaru, her ghost. Amaru's like, not so fast. We've got a bigger problem first. And that bigger problem's name is Zivu Araf.
Fuck you, Amaru.
If
What do
we
you
fight
know?
her, she only gets stronger. Eris has an idea. It's a really
good
It's a wild ass idea, yeah. She determines, like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that energy that we're
she
creating
looks
by
cool.
going
Can we
through,
do that?
by eliminating enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Bring me your tithes.
What does that mean for the characters and the player to kind of like be like Savathun? And that's where we went down the path of having Hive Eris. We wanted to extend that magical fantasy into the player then. That ability to have overwhelming magical power, that risk and reward into all of our activities and systems experiences. And so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers.
I get
It's
tarot
this magical
cards.
deck of cards that creates amazing synergies with your buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then choose these cards at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really leans into the build crafting.
You actually are getting cards that you can then use to place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
I'm
Oh,
such a sucker for deck
boo-hoo,
building.
Bungie doesn't
Like,
know how
being
to
able
make
like, bring
content
that
properly,
element into
reuse
Destiny
assets.
gameplay has just
Shut
been
the
like,
hell
oh,
up, bro.
it's
This is
really fun.
dope. What hand cannon is that?
So we've got two brand new seasonal activities coming with Season of the Witch. We've got Altars of Summoning and Savathun's Spire.
Savathun's Spire is our new 3-player offensive. You're doing a lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got additional random encounters that you can come across.
The Witch's Spire itself, Savathun's Spire, was like her reliquary for all these different magical experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun. The Altar of Summoning's activity is really exciting because you can spend like 20 minutes in it or you can spend 2 hours in it.
It's a 3-player experience that you can hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket. As that tithing bucket is filled up, you'll get progressively more rewards. And then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a whole mess of rewards.
Sick nasty.
We really
bro.
wanted
Put
to
me
make
in
sure
there
that there was a
now.
home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed. And so we developed what we're calling the Exotic Mission Rotator.
Right away, we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield.
This is some of the most fun content the team has making. It's some of the content the fans and players of Destiny love the most. The most exciting thing, outside of just the missions themselves, is that every time we put a mission inside of that rotator, the exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable.
Are you gonna show us? No, you're not. Cowards.
With Season of the Witch, we have a brand
gear
new Vex
looks
lo-fi
great.
PvP map coming. It's really exciting. It's got a bunch of really tight gameplay experiences. We wanted to make sure that we focus the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit is like, hey, you're shoulder to shoulder more often. There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with. And a lot of the flow of the map is actually built around this like kind of central pillar of the Vex network that you're orienting around.
And there's also some modes coming too, right?
We've got a new PvP game mode coming that's all about relics. It's about multiple relics, so it's not just one like the Scorch game mode from the past. So we've got the shield coming from Vault of Glass, we've got the spear back from Season of the Risen.
And we've got the scythe from Season of the Haunted.
Yeah, so you're gonna be reaping Guardians with that thing. It's a lot more tactical gameplay. It's all about running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then grabbing them in order to push for victory.
I will take what I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty Hy-Vee this season, obviously. There's something in the air. And so when thinking about like, what's a good raid reprisal that would really suit this very Hy-Vee season, there's only one answer.
Crowda, 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 Crowda!
I have seen what the Hive calls
Is Black Hammer coming back? That's the only thing I really care about. Oh! Don't tell me they bring back the ornament gear, bro. They didn't. Bro. Oh no. I'm gonna have to switch my gear set again. I'm gonna have to switch my gear set again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. I'm switching my gear set again, brother. Look at that sexy Titan. Oh my god. Oh, a Crota ring? I'm gonna have to cop that ring.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all Guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga. We want to reduce those power barriers as well as catch people up on key story beats and make sure that they have a really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going to be tiers of difficulty that you can do, things that are just meant to be experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along to play any dungeons and raids in the game without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in your fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level.
Oh,
which means that
yeah.
there's no barriers really for any other guardian to join you.
Time to get carried. Time to get carried.
Strangers, people you've never played with before.
Oh, yeah.
That's all regardless of the power level of you and the rest of the people in your fire team.
I'm texting all my friends right now.
Aimed at helping connect and find other people to complete the best and most aspirational content in Destiny. We have a tag system that allows players to be able to say, well, this is my play style. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have a good time. Exactly.
Tags really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about.
I'm
I
gonna
think
put
what's
the
really great
sweatiest
about
of
it is
swords.
with this launch, we're also looking at including inclusion tags.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to the people that they're playing with. So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a listing lobby where players can gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient and as easy as possible for players to not just sit and stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is about helping reduce that anxiety and burden that comes with trying to make a new connection. The feature coming out today that I'm incredibly excited about is Timeline Reflections. Essentially what we have done is we've went back to previous expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We're
Cool.
going to have a mission for Forsaken, mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Thanks for the memories, Guardian.
The neat thing about these missions is they're not going to be like one-to-one for how you would experience them in the campaign. You're also going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to like identify like, hey, this is why it's important that this happened, and here are the people you met along the way.
A really big one that's really timely for Final Shape is Cade's last stand from Forsaken.
He died.
This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features that are going to allow those players to jump right in and find people to play with and enjoy this content
Cool,
regardless of their
story
power
catch-up mechanic. Next! Is that it?
We're reaching the end of this 10-year journey. What comes next?
The episodes. And the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes in this coming year are called Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. It's coming right after the Final Shape. And the theme for the year is going to be all about the consequences and aftermath of the Final Shape. I think what's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure. The acts act as these anchors for us to introduce new weapons,
Okay, Bungie!
mods, new activities. There's going to be
Do
new
your
actions to
shit!
record. There'll be new story moments in every single one of these acts.
Oh,
We're
this is
actually
nice.
providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the Final
Oh, this
Shape
is
year
nice.
and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
This is
These new
nice.
stories are actually playable as standalone. Like each episode is something you can experience whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
You're going to be able to basically enjoy them in any order you want to.
I think the opportunity with this big epic moment is that we get to innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling. Episodes provides this awesome foundation for the future of Destiny.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the Final Shape and they think Destiny 2 is coming to the end. And in many ways, it's the opposite. We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
I like that.
What makes a guardian a guardian?
They're gonna do even more from it.
Devotion.
Are we at the end?
Bravery. Sacrifice. We know that we were chosen for a reason. By something greater than ourselves.
It's going to be an exciting year for Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting, a fire team racing across our solar system, and at the end, a simple message: become legend. Today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. We're going to be heading inside the Traveler, experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the... We've got a ton of great content for you to jump into today. Going live after this, we've got Season of the Witch.
I'm getting right into
with
that.
a new story, new weapons, new armor.
Okay, they're just summarizing. Okay, that was really good. We have one more thing to react to that I'm going to record right now. That was really good, but my girlfriend did the honors of doing this for me, so I'm going to watch this right now. Thank you, babe. Cool. Alright, so she made sure I didn't get any spoils, so let's go. Ed Boon did post a little teaser of Sindel. Hold on. I don't like. What is the quality, bro? Come on now. Come on now. I got the specs for it. Come on now.
All our realms are at peace.
Okay, we got some.
There are outworlders who
Okay.
prefer us to be at war. General Shap.
Victor of the Tavarian
Oh!
of the Quatan Plains. All of Outworld is grateful for
Is that Sindel? They gave my boy an axe! Oh nah! Oh nah! Oh nah! They fucked up! They fucked up, bro! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. We already knew, like, bro. Oh! Oh! Mutoro? Damn! But, bro.
To continue the tournament that he founded with Lord Liu Kang.
Empress Sindel.
Sindel bad.
Let us meet your champion.
Earthrealm's champion is Raiden, Your Majesty.
Is it me, or is Earthrealm's champion scrawnier than usual?
He has earned his place by embodying the very best qualities of Earthrealm's people.
I am ready, Your Majesty. Whom shall I face?
Raiden ain't fucking around. Oh!
We will destroy your champion, Liu Kang. He will taste no victory.
Nah! Nah! This man is... Oh my god! Bro! He's so nasty! Shujinko! What? This man might as well still be an elder god. Nah, Shujinko's wildin'! Oh, Motoro's wildin'! They're all wildin'! Oh, what the? That was very painful. You could have stopped right there. Oh, nothing! No! No! Ooh! Ooh!
Who's your queen?
Damn! Brother. Hold on, you can't just... Okay. Okay. Great stream. I gotta go. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. I hope you guys have a great day. I have to give a PC to my girlfriend now. You guys have a great day.